Good morning, everybody. And did I surprise you by starting a few minutes early? That just shows how excited I was to see you. I see everyone's talking about the weather. My goodness, it's like 11 degrees here. I hate wearing socks. I can't breathe with socks on. Look at that, real rockin' robin, 12 degrees. Good morning, Okie Bree. I know Shonda is definitely freezing her buns off. Well, look who's back. One of my favorite people, Rhonda B. Dangles. Thank you for being here, hon. Thank you. Chrissy said we're live and shit. Yes, we are. V. Oakley said, good morning from freezing my ass off in Florida. Woo! Well, how was your weekend? Uh-oh. Teresa, you have one for now. -12 without the wind chill in southeast Wisconsin. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I don't like that. I'm ready to fill up the pool, get the garden going, and I would rather battle sunburn than socks, okay? That's just me. Look at that. Angel P, member for 36 months. And she said, here's to 36 more. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. Big day today. January 20th. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Lots of parades. Lots of stuff going on. Offices are closed. Something going on. I mean, people are saying, bundle up. I know in Tulsa, they're having a huge parade and they're like, wear layers, cover your mouth, cover your nose, the whole thing. The inauguration's going on today. I mean, it is a busy day and it's busy for us because look at this. Our girl Dawn just gifted 5 Crime Lines and Lies memberships. Y'all get your umbrellas. Come on. Come on. Don't get rain on you. Walking Dead, who was new here every day. Every single day, even though she's been around for like 3 years. She's new every day. She's like a gray goose. She wakes up in a new world every day. She's got 2 pairs of socks on. Well, dang, girl. What am I going to do with you? Well, it is Metabolism Monday, and yes, we are talking about summer wells again because even though there's a million things going on in our world, our country, our counties, our cities, it doesn't change the fact that summer is missing. Poof. Summer's missing. And no one except a few random good-hearted people are keeping her name out there and here and there searching for her. By the way, you guys are in that category because you're here today for summer. And I was talking to Diana this morning, and we both said we've both overthought this case so much. I want to know why a mother isn't advocating for her daughter and why she opposes advocacy. It doesn't make any sense. And when people are there's some people that constantly, not you guys, of course, are defending the wells. Well, how do you defend their cruelty to animals? Their heinous neglect for their children, their friends. We have seen over the years the way they use and abuse their friends. Family, we can't get past the way Don admitted to what he did to his sisters. Their home that was given to them. Could you imagine someone saying, here's your home? You would be like, all right. Get me some paint, get me a dumpster, and we're going to make this place unimaginable. Amazing. But some people don't see it that way. Well, let's take a second and tell everyone good morning. Hi, hello, howdy. Ugh, it's Monday. Ugh, it's cold. However you want to say it. If you're just getting in the chat, or if you've been here since 4 a.m. this morning, you know who you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, you guys had a lot of stuff to say because last week I was talking about the relationship, very odd, between Candace and Kathy. Okay? To recap, after Don went to jail for violating his probation, Candace appeared to have a bit of a crush on Benny Keys. Then she moved on to Ernie Shell. She was on a dating app called Plenty of Fish, and she found a guy named, his name was Sunshine 420. He took her out for catfish. So she was moving on. She was done. Then Kathy swoops in. And all of that was shut off. There was no more communication via YouTube or to the police from Candace. Connect the dots. Because it was March of 2022 when Ronnie Lawson said, no, they are not cooperating. They are not cooperating. Let's look at your comments from the last show. All right, remember, if I showcase your comment, send me an email and you go into the hopper for a prize. It's given out monthly. I need to showcase it more, but I will get better at that. Hey, it's 2025. Brenda Pittman said Kathy lied. She said she was taking the box of Summer's things to law enforcement. She talked to her chat like a dog. I can't stand her. She knows stuff too, in my opinion. Shay Safe Place said, I could not believe Kathy let Candace sleep in the same room with her grandbaby. I do not think that truck video was the same day, in my opinion. I don't either. I don't think that the milk, Hunter sitting on the front porch, the milk. He was confused. It didn't happen that day. And he was just trying to come up with answers that didn't exist. Law enforcement knows when the milk video was. I agree with you, Shay. I totally agree with you. But I go back to what Shay said in the first part of her comment. I could not believe Kathy let Candace sleep in the same room with her grandbaby. Good morning, Sal Lady. How many of you would seriously let a known, I'm going to say child neglector, and it is known, state of Wisconsin, supposedly the state of Arkansas, and the state of Tennessee, share a room with your grandchild? No way. No way. Maria O'Sullivan said Candace needed help when Don was in jail, and Kathy did help her. I'm not sure why she's confused that Candace went back home when Don got out of jail. Well, it seemed to me that Candace presented something that made Kathy think that there was a little more to their relationship than just a slumber party and kayaking. As opposed, she was really pushing for the divorce. Kathy said that a lot. She was really pushing for that divorce. Let's go through something else Kathy said. Remember, the title of the show is What Phases Her, and I'm talking about Candace. This made my face fall off. She's wanting to put Easter eggs out with Summer's flyer in it. I don't know about you all, but when our children get an Easter egg, you pray there's no coins in there because you're just going to wind up taking them out of their mouth, or you're going to sweep them up with the vacuum cleaner. But they want, treats, jelly beans, chocolate, something like that. But she was putting these miniature flyers of Summer in these Easter eggs. She was wanting to put them at Dollywood. She said she was putting them at different doctor's offices. Oh, yeah, they love that at the doctor's office. Yeah, take a gander at this.
A lot of the parks, a lot of walking areas, places like that. So her idea, and I think it's great.
The her is not Candace. It's the granddaughter who should not be involved in adult things. Okay? Now just imagine Easter egg hunt, or you're at Dollywood or wherever else, and your child's like, oh my gosh, I found an Easter egg, I found an Easter egg, I found an Easter egg. Okay, open it up. Okay, open it up. Open it up. Mama, who is this? Well, let me see. That's a picture of a little girl. It says Summer Wells. Oh, well, it appears that her mommy and daddy can't find her. And if we see her, we have to call 800 TBI find. So you have, well, where'd she go? I don't know. And that's not something that you really want to explain to a child during a joyous celebration.
Her idea, and I think it's great, because it shows people kindness, and it is also keeping Summer's name and picture out. And I thought it was wonderful. She wanted to go and get these are like the medium Easter eggs.
Now, I would think this would be a good time to say, no. We'll go get the Easter eggs, but, let's have our own Easter egg hunt, or take them to school. And, we'll put all the things that kids like in there. But look at her. What a great idea. How did her granddaughter get this idea? See, this is not something that a child would come up with. Let's make miniature flyers. And don't think for a second in any way, shape, or form I'm poking fun at Summer. Kathy owns this. Kathy owns this. The granddaughter did not say, how can we make miniature flyers and Christian keychains and put in there for people to find? No. This was 100% Kathy. Why did this not face Candace? When Candace found out that people were cash apping Kathy to continue the Easter eggs that are being laid around, then it turned into baggies. Candace was furious. Now, let me ask you, why was Candace mad? Was Candace mad because people were sending money to Kathy, or because she thought it was tacky? I think it has to do with the dollar signs. the dollar signs. Also, we have to ask, after all this time, why did Kathy get involved? Candace went back to Don months before. Months before. Candace basically ghosted her again. They are horrible. The Wells are horrible to animals, kids, friends, used and abused. Kathy is one of those friends that was used and abused. Their own family, the home that was given to them. The home that was given to them. But she was furious when Kathy started a YouTube channel and was spilling all the beans about old Camp.
They're not the little bitty ones. They're like medium size. She wanted to go and get those along with these little things. They're little individual packets of Easter chickens and Easter bunnies. She wants to put those in an Easter egg along with a little note of kindness, a random act of kindness note, and a miniature message of hope. But it will be like a miniature flyer of summer. It'll have her photo, TBI's number, information like that.
Okay. Again, with the wrong picture. Okay. We know when Summer disappeared, she was shaved bald. Okay. But supposedly this is all the granddaughter's idea. A little, random act of kindness. Those flyers are for adults. You want a random act of kindness? Put a dollar bill in and throw it out somewhere. I don't know. That's crazy. That's just tacky. Poor Summer.
And personally, I thought, wow, that's a good idea. So I believe.
This was your idea, Kathy. You were trying to impress people, but namely Candace. Look at me. Now, how come the summer, not summer as in Summer Wells, but the summer that Candace, we call her Camp, was staying with Kathy, why did they not advocate there? Kathy worked her hardest to keep Camp away from Ernie, away from Benny, away from law enforcement, away from YouTube, away from the media, you name it. There was no advocating for Summer Wells. None. And don't forget, Candace has her own YouTube channel, and it talks about everything except Summer Wells.
And personally, I thought, wow, that's a good idea. So I believe, are going to start every time we go camping, every time we go to one of my doctor's offices, which we're usually from Knoxville east, and like I said, into North Carolina. I think we're going to put some of these little things around, and of course, for every holiday and anytime we go camping, I'm excited and she's excited. She wants to continue to keep Summer's picture and name out there. We feel it's very important to do that. And she wants to show people kindness. Just a little.
Just show kindness. No, this is crazy. You're white knighting for Summer, but you're not the white knight. Two Boston moms. She said it speaks volumes when your child goes missing and you don't want anything to do with it. Okay, so let's go through what actually phases Candace. We saw her on Dr. Phil when the behavioral panel was talking to her. Dawn's encouraging her to talk. Go Dawn. Anyway, she's sitting there. I feel like I'm being interrogated again. I just want to go home. She's pulling out the jean jacket. She's pulling out the wires. She went to the depths, the gutter of saying, it's not helping me. It's not about you. It's about finding Summer. Helen, someone said, Kathy the handler. That's exactly what happened. So again, what phases Candace? Because this mess didn't. This is from Twisted True Crime, and I really hope she comes back because she clipped a lot of really good stuff. Twisted True Crime.
Phone call to her brother, Donald Wells.
He thinks that, oh, poor Summer. Well, Summer loves her fucking daddy. He thinks that, oh, poor Summer. Well, Summer loves her fucking daddy.
I just wanted to let you know that I talked.
Well, that would be enough to trigger any mother, would it not? Summer loves her effing daddy. Summer loves her effing daddy. What a disgusting thing to say. Come on. And she's triggered when she feels like she's under the gun, so to speak. But other things don't faze her. Of course, Summer loved her parents. Of course.
Oh, poor Summer.
Would that not piss you off to no end? Oh, poor Summer. Yeah, it is poor Summer. Look at the life that was given to her. Look at the life that was given to her. What kind of a monster would sit there, in your opinion, and say, oh, poor Summer.
Well, Summer loves her fucking daddy.
I just wanted to let you know that I talked to Jeannie last night, and she told me that she was going to press charges against you, Donnie. So, yeah, so I wanted to let you know. Yeah.
Okay, back to the family. He's talking to his stepsister, Mary. She's like, I talked to Jeannie. She's going forward with criminal charges. Barb Murray, thank you for the super sticker. Said he sounds like Stephen Stern's twin brother. I think about that Stephen McDougal that murdered Audrey Cunningham. And he was just like, oh, she considered me her best friend. No. So we're back to family. Nothing phases Candace. Nothing.
Yeah. And that friend of hers, I guess she's going to be with her. She's pressing charges too. You know, when we heard that Summer went missing, that everything came back to her because she was 5 years old at the time it started, and Summer is 5 years old, so she just...
Yeah, she ain't taking no blame in her part, though, what she did.
Yeah, but Donnie, she was 5.
How did this not faze Candace? As a woman and someone who's been a young girl before. How did this not faze her to know that the man you are with is going, well, she needs to know her part in it. And there's Mary going, yeah, but Donnie, she was 5. She was 5. Jeannie was 5. The friend was 5. Why does anyone have to explain that to him? Why do you have to explain an age difference to anyone? That's insane. Summer, it's horrible, but she broke a generational curse. She did. This did not start with Don. This did not start with Candace. This is their breeding.
How could she take the blame? I mean, a 5-year-old don't
Oh,
even
of course
know
not.
anything
She
about
ain't gonna know shit. She ain't gonna take no blame to nothing. She loves shit shows because she's right in the middle of one. She stole the spotlight off my daughter, What Matters, okay? And now it's all about Jeannie.
Oh.
Nobody's even looking for my daughter anymore. They don't even care anymore. Nobody gives a fuck anymore.
Well, what about you? You guys
Nobody's
are
even
looking for
searching.
her.
Nobody's even fucking searching for my daughter anymore.
Yeah.
I have to go out and look for her.
Yeah.
No one's even searching for my daughter anymore because they had the most extensive search in Tennessee history and they couldn't find her. So they went to an investigative route, and to this day, they can't rule out foul play. So for him to say, no, I have to go out and look for her. That's what you do. That's exactly what you do. Do you really think Don is knocking down doors? Do you think he's hired his own cadaver dogs to walk around with? I don't know.
Because nobody else gives a fuck no more.
Well,
Anybody
that's
ever
an
poor
option.
Jeannie.
I mean, you guys are, looking for her, right? You're still.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but now it's like I'm up to charges too. What are my boys going to do? Just stay in foster care for the rest of their life now?
What are my boys going to do? Just stay in foster care from now on? This is one thing that came up after Michael Vaughn was abducted. A lot of people who did not believe Tyler Vaughn and Brandy Neal. I'll never understand it because law enforcement said over and over and over, this is an abduction. This is a true abduction. This is a 1% abduction. Well, we know the suspects now. And they kept arguing with me. They're like, well, when are they going to take their other kids? They're just not going to take a child because another child is missing. They have to have evidence that the parents could be involved. And that is a huge thing to think about. They have to have evidence to remove the children. Someone in law enforcement did a whisper in the ear at Child Protective Services and said, look, this isn't about BB guns and dogs and filth. What do you think someone in that home or that they're involved with has something to do with the disappearance of Summer Wells?
Thanks a lot.
I just wish that they could find Summer, Donnie.
Yeah, well, what good? I mean, yeah, I wish so too, man, because this turned my whole world upside down and nobody cares. Nobody cares about my daughter that's out there. Probably.
Well, we all care. We all care that Summer's out there somewhere. You're damn right. Real Rockin' Robin said, FBI card team, no signs of abduction, period. Detective Pruitt, he doesn't have to tell us the truth. He doesn't have to open up the case file and be like, well, this is what we got. No. He has said, there's no evidence that she's been trafficked out of that area. They believe she's somewhere around there, and somewhere around that area is vast. But Don goes back to him. No one cares that this turned my life upside down. No one cares. No one cares. Now listen, when it comes to things like this, of course, we're going to be like, I can't imagine what these parents are going through. I can't imagine how they're dealing on a day-to-day basis. I just can't imagine. But Don has always wanted sympathy for himself.
Probably being really raped, unlike Jeannie. She was never hurt in any way. We played a little bit of house touchy-feely shit. That's all it ever fucking was. Fuck.
Again, why does this not faze Candace? Why is she with him? This isn't Jeannie pointing the finger saying he did this to me and Don going, no way. What the hell? Are you high as a kite? What is going on? He's saying we were playing house, touchy-feely stuff. Why would Candace be with this man? Nothing phases her unless it inconveniences her. This is so sick.
Nobody cares about my daughter that's out there probably being really raped, unlike Jeannie. She was.
Now then, I'm sorry you had to hear that, but these are Don's words. This is the father of a missing child whose wife, Can't is still with. He said, my daughter's out there really being R'd. You know what R stands for, unlike Jeannie. That was playing house and touchy-feely shit. And she needs to own up to what she did. Mary's like, she was 5. Who would even want that vision in their head of their daughter being horrifically essayed? You know, he will never work for Hallmark. He does not exactly have a way with words. Well, he does, but not the words that, we are comfortable with hearing. Don't get me wrong. We're tough around here. We're not easily offended, but when you hear things like that, you just shake your head like, are you kidding me?
Probably being really raped, unlike Jeannie. She was never hurt in any way. We played a little bit of house touchy-feely shit. That's all it ever fucking was. Fuck that bitch. You know what? If anybody was evil in this whole thing, it's her.
Yeah.
She's the one.
Right. Yeah.
Where she wants to paint me out to be this evil monster and all this stuff. She's the one that initiated it.
Well,
how does a 5-year-old initiate their own abuse? How? Sassy Pants said, I wonder if Kathy the friend knew if Summer was being touched like that. I mean, if she lives under a rock. Before Candace moved in with her, this was already all over YouTube. Not everyone follows true crime. And if they follow true crime, they may or may not follow Summer Wells. But Kathy definitely did. Definitely did. And the fact that she was doing everything she could to get Candace divorced from Don, wanted her in rehab that lasted 11 hours. How would it not cross her mind is what I'm saying. How would it not cross her mind? Ernie, good old Ern the Burn, confronted Candace with what Don said to Molly when he talked about showers. And she was like, no, that shit didn't happen. And all these people in chat were like, we heard it. She goes, if that's true, I'm going to flip the F out. Well, soon after, she moves in with Kathy. Next thing you know, Kathy is the sounding board for Can't.
She did.
I think she just wants.
Man, I tried to apologize to her. I'm done with all that. She's trying to act like she's all hurt, blah, blah, blah. Man, she was never hurt in any way. She initiated this shit. Like I said, where she learned it from, I don't know.
Well, I just wanted to call you and let you know what was going on, give you a heads up.
I love my kids.
Yeah.
I love everybody.
Right. But she was a kid too, Donnie, so.
Yeah, and she should leave it there.
And she should leave it there. You know how crazy it is when he says, I love kids. I love everybody. And there's Mary going, well, she was a kid too. And let's not forget about what Mary said happened to her when she was a teenager. Casey Lasher said, have the cadaver dogs been through their property? According to TBI, multiple times. And I wouldn't be surprised if she is buried somewhere around there. Rhonda, my girl Rhonda B. Dangles. She makes great earrings, by the way. She said, Fred married Ziggy? Yep. Fred the newlywed. He is married to Ziggy. You better believe it.
Leave it there. That's what you should do, is leave it there. Stop all this crap, man.
Yeah.
I need to be looking for my daughter, man. Nobody's out here helping us. We got people here to help me search. I got 2 people here to help me search. And that's all we fucking got. Why don't she come out here, get off her fat fucking ass, and come out here and help us search instead of sitting there causing us problems?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe she will.
Tell that fucking bitch to come out here and help us search instead of running her big fat fucking mouth.
Right.
Trish and her.
Yeah.
And causing problems. Tell her to come out here. She loves Summer so bad and thinks about her so bad and all that bullshit. Tell her to get her off her fat ass and come out here and help us search. If she cared about Summer, she'd care about her dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Summer loves me, man. Y'all don't fucking understand. Everybody thinks oh, poor Summer. Well, Summer loves her fucking daddy.
Isn't that a beautiful thing? And Can't is just fine with it. So classy.
Well,
I promise you that.
I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does, Donnie.
Well, I know she fucking does.
Yeah, I'm sure she does, Donnie.
I know she does.
I'm not
She
saying
don't give a
that.
fuck about all you motherfuckers, Jeannie and all them fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Fuck her, man. Let her go press her fucking charges, whatever.
Amazing. I mean, top notch. Did this faze Candace at all?
Every night when I wake up to piss before I go to sleep, I go to sleep. I go to sleep every night praying for Summer and begging God and asking Him why. Very first thought I have every night when I wake up to piss before I go to sleep, I go to sleep. I go to sleep every night praying for Summer and begging God and asking Him why.
So wonderful. But when it comes to Candace's own well-being, she is phased. She is distraught for herself. Check this out.
What you doing, Candace? What you do? How did you do that?
Cat. Talk to
You
Auntie
might ought to go
Sherry.
to the doctor, honey.
Talk to Auntie
They won't
Sherry.
do nothing for you.
Listening. Yeah, you need to go to
What'd
the
you
doctor.
do? Pull a
Hey,
muscle or something, or
be
did
quiet,
you
people.
knock
I'm the
it
oldest
down, or
one
just
here.
turn the wrong
She
way?
needs to talk to
I don't know. I was
listen to your
running
voice.
that corner roar yesterday, and you got to put like all your strength into it, like that, and I don't know what else I done.
Oh no, that's not good.
It looks like she's constipated again, but she's trying to act like she's like dislocated a shoulder or broke a rib. Yeah, look at this.
What you doing, Candace?
Oh,
What'd you do? How did you do that?
Cat. Talk to
You
Auntie
might ought to go
Sherry.
to the doctor, honey.
Talk to Auntie
they won't
Sherry.
do nothing for
I'm
you.
listening. Yeah, you need to go to the
What'd you
doctor.
do? Pull a
Hey,
muscle or something, or
be
did
quiet,
you
people.
knock
I'm the
it
oldest
down, or
one
just
here.
turn the wrong
She
way?
needs to talk to
I don't know. I was
listen to your
running
voice.
that corner roar yesterday, and you got to put like all your strength into it, like that, and I don't know what else I done.
Oh no, that's not good.
Hi,
You got
Sherry.
any?
Speak.
over-the-counter medications you can take, like
Yeah, I
Tylenol?
got some Aleve.
Get your wrap and
That
wrap
would
around
really
you.
help.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's doing some hardcore work, y'all. That ain't easy doing drywall at all. I couldn't do it.
No, it ain't easy at all.
And she's been going for a couple days now, so yeah.
Oh. No, I just can't get comfortable.
Right.
Hey, she ran call my
But
Woo!
Auntie
Hi,
Sherry,
Sherry.
she's got a red lipstick on. Oh, Auntie Sherry wants to hug you, Candace.
No.
Let me turn her
I
up.
want to give you a hug too, Sherry. Love you.
I'm literally nauseous, though, you guys, from all the crazy.
Oh, it's just to laugh even, y'all.
Oh no, you pulled a muscle or something.
I don't know what I did, but dang, it hurts.
I can too. It's easy to break a rib, though. It really is. It's not hard to break a rib.
Yeah, you can sneeze the wrong way or cough the
Right,
wrong way and
dancing
it'll break
queen.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
My,
My
stretch
don't
your
feel
legs
good
out.
to touch
Cut
my
your
arm.
feet like a diamond. Wait a minute, I can see what Bo Evans had to say
Is
here.
it hurting on your left side or your right side?
It's my left side.
Brother sounds
Oh.
like I have to do it all the time.
It's like kind of like in the middle on my side on the left.
You can tell she's hurting.
Oh yeah, she's hurting. Oh, and all the chins come out. She's rocking around. We'll go to the doctor. Oh, they can't do nothing for you. The hell they can't. She'd probably already been, and they refused to give her painkillers. Nothing phases Candace from what we've seen over the last 3.5+ years, except for what's going on in her own life. Me, myself, and I. Everything else is an inconvenience. She heard this. Don is flipping out that no one's helping him search. Well, guess what? EquiSearch did try to help. Again, this is from Twisted True Crime. She clipped this. I wish she'd come back. Listen to how appreciative Dawn is. Hang on. Sammy Sparrow said it's probably just a big fart. Well, she did on her channel, was talking about how she was, I'm just backed up. I'm just backed up. I'm just backed up. She explained what she was taking to move the bowels and everything. And we witnessed on her channel, yep, I lowered myself to the sewer, no pun intended, to tell everyone this is what she's doing. And we saw her crank the left shoulder, lift the right leg, and all of a sudden her face relaxed and she goes, I gotta go. And I'm like, yeah. She just floated an air biscuit right in front of us. Yes, she did. With said gallbladder, no, not a gallbladder, hun. Nope. And she's right. EquiSearch has helped find many children. When people say, boots on the ground, like all the cool kids say, boots on the ground, they're boots on the ground. Listen, I can walk around any stretch of woods. Be careful how you pick what you listen to, okay? I can walk any stretch of woods and say, here I am, boots on the ground. I am searching for Summer Wells. She could be anywhere. It's just me and my cat, OJ, who is not trained in scenting at all. But I'm out here, and by gosh, I'm going to find Summer Wells. No, but because I'm not trained. I am not trained. No way. When I walk, I look right in front of me. I don't look down at the ground. I wouldn't know what I was looking at. I wouldn't know. I'm just trying to not trip over anything. I'm just trying to find a place to sit my ass down and have a picnic lunch. But they're like, oh, look, boots on the ground. Brooks, you're not boots on the ground. No, Brooks isn't. You know why? Because I've never been trained in search and rescue. Insane. But EquiSearch is beyond trained. But they wanted them gone. They, as in Don and Candace, wanted them gone. They were irritated by the helicopters that had spotlights everywhere trying to find Summer Wells. They actually do know what they're doing. Chango said, I like the way you think. Yeah, you don't, Chango, if you went missing and they said, hey, old Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies is going to pack a 6-pack and some Cheetos mix, and she's going to come look for you, you might as well bury your damn self, because Brooks isn't going to find you. Hell no. I wouldn't even know what the dogs were sitting on. I wouldn't know where to start. Stillwater said Brooks on the ground. What an amazing show. Could you all imagine? Me and my cat, OJ. Oh my gosh, Stillwaters, that's great. Let's have a round of applause for Stillwaters. Yes, Brooks on the ground. Brooks would be on the ground because she would have to take a nap after about roughly half a mile. Sandy Gant said, leave the cat home, please, for sure, because he would be worse help than me. But EquiSearch is a tremendous help, and they did not want them there.
They're the ones evil.
That is.
Come on with all this evil stuff. Oh, shit. They're the ones that need to be looking in the mirror. Just look at the pictures I posted. I posted every picture I had in the hopes of finding Summer, and everybody turned it into something evil.
Mm-hmm.
How dare they? How dare they?
People were selling candles with Summer's picture on it?
Yeah. A friend of ours shut that down.
Yeah, I threatened her yesterday too. I said all the money better either go to EquiSearch or something, but you need to cease like all.
I wouldn't send crap to. I wouldn't send shit to EquiSearch because all they are some glorified searchers that just come out here and party it up.
Wouldn't you want everyone looking for your child? I mean, you don't want anyone to get hurt. You certainly don't want anyone to get hurt, and you don't want police looking for more people than who they're already looking for. And that has happened in other cases. People become Superman, and they're like, well, look at me. I'm going to get me a pair of Timberlands, and I'm going to get something to stick around in the ground, and I'm going to get me some Gatorade, and I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to find that person. I swear I am. I'm going to go find him. I'm going to go find him. I've got my straight talk phone, and I'm going to take videos of everything. It's going to be like National Geographic, y'all. You're going to believe it. I'm going to find him. I'm going to find him. And some people have, because they know what they're doing. So he says EquiSearch, they're glorified searchers, and they just came out there to party it up. Woo! Big old party in Rogersville, Tennessee. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm going to party it up, I know some other spots. or I can get my sun on, as in S-U-N, my pool on, my drinky drinks on, my music on. No, it wouldn't be in the holler. No.
And they go to the lake and swim. They don't do shit.
Wait,
what have they done? Equisearch? What have they done? Tell me, what have they done?
Didn't you want them to come back? Aren't they coming back?
Well, yeah.
They were a huge help in the recovery of Audrey Cunningham and many other people. Okay? No Amazon box painted gold that people are walking around in the woods calling it a spirit box. No, no, no. No tarot cards from Amazon. No, no, no. They actually have horses, boats, helicopters. They're all trained in investigation. Oh, but not according to Don. That's not good enough for him.
What have they done? Tell me, what have they done?
Didn't you want them to come back? Aren't they coming back?
Well, yeah, but not when they're trying to benefit off the money. That's all they want is you send them money. That's all they're all about is money. It's like everybody else has come out here. Send me money. Send me money. Just like all of them.
He's an idiot. Well, why would anyone send Don money if he's back at work? Okay? You know, someone has a funeral to plan and they don't have the money. I get it. You ask for money. Anytime there is a problem, 100% of the time, there needs to be prayers. 99.9% of the time, money is involved. You see, the horses have to be fed and no one is offering up the feed. You see, all the other equipment they use takes something called gas. That's not free. The humans that are searching, they have to eat. That's not free. Their travel to these different areas, they have to get there one way or another, and that's not free. So Don, why don't you show everyone how to do it? You've had over 3.5 years. Well, you were in jail for a year, so I can't fret you for that one.
All of them. That's all they want. That's all they're here for is the show. Oh, send us money. Send us money. Well, they stay in fine hotels, drink it up, party, and go to the fucking lake.
He's such an idiot. Let me tell you what, if you were going to spend your anniversary somewhere, you wouldn't want to be at the no-tell motel that Equisearch was at. Okay? You wouldn't want to use that bathtub. He's making it sound like they were in the Grand Villa at Caesar's Palace. Cold Case Foundation, they said they would love to help. They were told no. Now, these weird private investigators that come in and everything, I totally respect families that say, no, that's okay. Law enforcement's got it, and we have trained searchers that have volunteered their time. I mean, I get the people that come out of the woodwork and say, I'm a private investigator. Well, we all know how to fucking use Google, okay? We all know how to put our whatever it costs now into been verified and look up court records, okay? That's not the same.
They ain't done a fucking thing, none of them. Now, don't get me wrong. I know the police, they have got out here and searched, and some of these people like that, but Equisearch, they're full of shit. They ain't done nothing. The only time we've seen them was at one lake and then another lake, and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. They ain't boots on the ground. That's bullshit. Boots
on the ground to the fucking bar, maybe. Well, yeah, that would be freaking awesome to live the life they got. Brand new, nice homes and everything, and all this bullshit. They're all talk. I'll call them out. I've already called them out once.
Oh, shit. Well, they're coming back, I think, right?
Nah, I doubt that. Not unless the money's right. And what they do with that money, they ain't give a fuck about Summer.
Okay, on one hand, I could understand being frustrated. I could. It'd be like, you've been out there all this time and you haven't found Summer. I can understand being frustrated with law enforcement saying, listen, you have used all this equipment, even got special permission to use an airplane that can see in like through a rock. I can understand being frustrated, but ungrateful, I don't. Ungrateful, I don't get with any parent of a missing child. Now, when someone comes out of the woodwork and they get on the Facebook and they send you something and they're like, oh, hello, my name is, I'll say Baby Kisses. Hello, my name is Baby Kisses, and I'm a private investigator, and I have been working on all these missing persons cases. I've got 3 Facebook groups where I'm an admin at, and I have put so much stuff together. Like, I can find people's dates of birth. I can find all this stuff out. That kind of stuff, I'd be like, no. And I'm not saying Baby Kisses would do that. I just picked a name. I'd be like, no, that's okay. Or I wouldn't answer at all. It's better just not to answer at all.
See anymore at this point?
I don't know. I don't know where she's at. All I know is they better pray to God I don't get a hold of them. They better pray I don't get a hold of them.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Equisearch and everybody else. They don't give a fuck. None of them motherfuckers give a fuck.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Yeah. They're trying to make a big deal out of it like that stuff because I was up in their area looking around for Summer. Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff I'm getting for trying to find my daughter.
Yeah, looking for her, and now they want to make you look like a bad person.
Yeah, exactly. The little girl was up there by herself on the street. Why? I mean, I was trying to protect her.
Well, if he was trying to protect Summer, then where's she at? Then where's she at? Good morning. I'm not buying it. Y'all, a couple weeks ago, somebody hacked into I'm Not Buying It's account. We don't know who did it. And there was like a lot of weird messages. She got timed out. So just remember, it wasn't her. She sent me an email. I knew it wasn't her. Okay, so anyway, a simple search on your cell phone or whatever you use will tell you that Equisearch is legitimate. They are. They're legit. But listen to how disgusting he is.
They're trying to turn it into something else.
Now I'm going to ask you all this. Why is the grandmother of Summer Wells not advocating for her? Because I've seen grandmothers go toe to toe. They look like, a lioness. I mean, they're ready to tear throats out, man. They are so mad their grandbaby is gone. Now, this grandmother, as in Candace Hare, she knows that 2 children with the state of Wisconsin. I don't know if she knows about the problem in Arkansas. I don't get any of that. She was right there when her 3 grandsons were taken away. She was right there on the property when Summer disappeared. Where's the advocacy? This was in broad daylight. after an entire day with Summer, and you leave 3 other children home alone. And yeah, that's been proven. They weren't at work with Don. They were at home. It was said they were cleaning for CPS to come the next day. What phases Candace? Rhonda said, what about when Candace said Summer will always be with us with an evil grin while sitting in her remodeled house? Yep. 2 Boston moms said, do you think Hunter was on the hill when Summer disappeared? I don't, just because of the digitals where Candace was FaceTiming him or whatever to get a hold of Allie and tell her she can't find Summer. They could figure out by now where that rang. But hey, nothing surprises me. Do you all think that Hunter was there?
Somebody could have easily come by there and grabbed that little girl out. Girl was walking around, and you just said you should go inside. That little girl's out there by the road by herself. He's like, oh, yeah, kind of like that. So I was like, oh, whatever, you know. I felt like I was, like I say, this one of the instances where I could hear the banjos playing in the Deliverance movie. I left, and I waved at her, I said, see you later, or something like that. I got much like I left. Unbelievable. Yeah, people are wild.
Insane. Again, nothing phases Candace. Not her own words, not the difficulty of the situation, nothing. Listen, we're only going to go through part of this. This is from Eden Vale. And she put together great clips from Candace's former friends. Again, every friend Candace has had. I can tell you right now, I've got friends that I've been friends with since high school, middle school. Some family members I would never answer the phone for, but family is the original F word. I'm sorry, but it is. Doobie Scooby said, why does Kathy always have a mask on? Something about her allergies. I don't know. Candace said that she's got a mustache. I don't know. I didn't see a mustache. I mean, here's a picture of all their asses together. Hang on, let me load it. Yep, I don't have it. No. Anyway, when she was around Candace's house, she didn't have a mustache and she didn't have a mask on. This doesn't faze Candace. If I saw this in my backyard, I would shit a brick. I would shit and fall back in it and say, can someone take the trash out? Please? This is making my anxiety come up into my ears, okay? Candace trying to get disability. When Kathy took her to get her psych eval, she's sitting on the floor with a mask. Of course, she's got her phone with her because that's how incompetent she is. And she's playing with Legos. I have a feeling Kathy encouraged this. Candace, who supposedly cares so much about her daughter, went on another channel and she said she was looking for money. Yep, she was. And she said, all, A-L, meaning Al, I guess, all our money is going to child support, fines, in this house. I'm going to get out of state. I'm sorry, this is from Dawn. I'm going out of state to work, hopefully make some good money. Okay. The child support is $30 a month per child. That's what they said. I have no other proof. That's $90 a month. Okay. Some people say no, it's actually 30 for all 3 kids. So I don't know. So whether it's 30 for all 3 or 90 for all 3, that doesn't put a dent in what those children need. This is Kathy and Candace going back and forth. All right. Can't said, I have the car still and he can't drive it because he has to blow in the breath. She's trying to say breathalyzer, but it says breathalyzer in his truck and different insurance than I do. So I got to slip my stuff away slowly so nothing noticed right away. Kathy, this is an insane conversation. Kathy put all this out. Kathy said, if you are sure this is what you want this time, we will make it happen. When is he talking about leaving again? You've already got the divorce attorney working for the divorce. No, Kathy, you were lied to. Okay, let me say this without me talking so fast. Candace says, I have the car still. And he can't drive it because he has to blow in a breathalyzer in his truck and different insurance than I do. So I got to slip my stuff away slowly so nothing noticed right away. This is her plan with Kathy. Meaning when Dawn needs to go somewhere, she's got to do the driving. So if she's packing up all her stuff into her car, she doesn't want Dawn to notice. I don't know anything about breathalyzers. What would be the issue with Candace blowing into it? Going, yeah, I'm sober, I'll blow into it. Totally irresponsible and negligent, but these people don't have any moral compass. So here's Kathy encouraging her again. If you are sure this is what you want this time, we will make it happen. Woo! Couldn't imagine having this conversation with a friend of mine. Okay? The breathalyzer is blowing my mind enough. We will make it happen. When does he talk about leaving again? You've already got the divorce attorney working for this divorce. That tells me that Kathy put some money into a divorce attorney because she knows Candace had no money. She said it over and over and over and over again. Over and over. She said she doesn't have anything. Doesn't even know how to write a check. She has no idea. Dawn does everything for her. She doesn't know what she's doing. So who put the money up for the divorce attorney? That'd be the only person that could. And that's Kathy. The question is why? 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 I mean, I totally understand helping your friend, saying, hey, it's my time, it's my turn to pay for lunch. Or no, you sit down. It's your birthday. Or, oh my gosh, what happened? Yeah, of course. I've got an extra bedroom. Come on. This is nuts. Why was she so adamant about Candace leaving Dawn? Well, you be the judge of that. saying again. She said, love. The big L. Love. Love.
Oh wow.
I've seen a lot of shit. I still have, you know, I remember many times throughout my life, girls hitting on me. I've been to places in California where I've been to some places where there were little kids, where people were trying to sell these little kids.
Oh wow.
I've seen.
Okay. California, Florida, Maine, Kansas, I don't care where you're at. If you're at a place where people are selling children, would you not grab your phone, quietly go to the bathroom, flush a bunch of times, run the sink and say, 911, there is an emergency. But he's bragging about it. I've been at these places where they're selling kids. Summer's missing. Not saying that's what happened, because I don't know.
Seen a lot of shit that I just blew my mind. I seen a mother one time, and I'm not sure and I can't prove it, but I think she was trying to do the same thing with her own damn daughter.
Oh really?
You know, but I don't know exactly, you know, what, but it just seemed that way to me. I don't know.
Right.
There's all kind of sickos out there.
Yeah.
That want money for drugs or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I've seen some crazy shit in California.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, Don.
It is.
Before we get started, I want to stress that the investigation into the disappearance of Summer Wells is very much active and ongoing. Please understand, in order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we simply can't speak to specifics. At approximately 6:30 p.m., Summer Wells, who was 5 years old at the time, was reported missing from her bin in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. When we held the first media briefing on June 16th, honestly, we expected to have good news to report by the time the next media briefing came around. Unfortunately, instead, day after day ended in frustration and disappointment. We've said from the beginning that this case is outside the norm. There are few clues as to what happened to Summer, despite investigators doing everything within their power to find answers. All possibilities are still being explored. Many of you have asked for details about what's been done over the last year. I can tell you agents and detectives have spent thousands of hours on this case. Numerous search warrants have been executed.
Numerous search warrants, dogs, drones, everything they have in their war chest, so to say. This case is outside the norm. They cannot put pen to paper as to what happened to Summer Wells. Now then, we had several people reach out to TBI saying, is this a criminal investigation? Because they didn't come out and publicly say it. And every response was absolutely, because we cannot rule out foul play. Now, I know there's a lot of rumors on Facebook and different nooks and crannies of the internet. With Sebastian's case, they have not publicly confirmed that Sebastian's case is a criminal investigation. Why? I don't know. I don't work there. I have no idea. And I really think we need more focus on Summer Wells, and we need more focus on Michael Vaughn, because I think those pipes are about to bust. And of course, continue talking about Sebastian. Of course, don't just forget about one because of the other. But you listen to what law enforcement's saying. This case is outside the norm. Normally within a few days, they've got a pretty good highway to go down. Well, I'll start with this. They have a pretty good dirt road to go down because they can see with what evidence they have compiled in the first 48 hours how this is going. But in this case, they do not. In the case of Michael Vaughn, it became increasingly obvious to them that they were dealing with an abduction. Not a family member, not a friend, like they didn't think to talk to those people, like they didn't think to verify alibis. Not, hey, where were you? Oh, I was at the bar playing pool. Oh, okay, good enough for me. No, it doesn't work that way. But this case, they cannot figure out.
Cell phone data has been analyzed and any other available digital evidence has been collected, searched, and documented. This includes the social media accounts of those associated with Summer. 3 large ground searches have taken place in the last year with the assistance of more than 100 local, state, and federal agencies. Those searches do not account for the numerous targeted searches done by agents and detectives as they were following up on potential leads.
I would love to know what the targeted searches were. And then we have fresh eyes now. Agent Josh Melton with the TBI. Muscles and Mascara was on here a couple weeks ago. She lives very local. And she said that she spoke to someone. They've got new blood coming into Hawkins County. She said, don't you forget about Summer Wells. And he said, first on our agenda. But like Britt said, it comes down to evidence. And there was enough evidence to tell them that, yep, the house is dirty. Yep, the parents drink. That's not enough. They had enough evidence to know those boys were in danger. Sorry, it takes a lot to take a child away. We've heard some crazy cases where children are taken from parents who should not have lost their parents. And through, well, what they're supposed to do, they get them back.
From TBI alone, more than 100 agents, intelligence analysts, and support staff from across the state have been involved in this case. TBI agents working alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI have conducted nearly 170 interviews during the investigation. That does not count the hundreds of phone calls made to follow up on tips reported to law enforcement. Please help us and only call if you have direct, specific information about the disappearance of Summer. This investigation weighs heavily on us all, and I can promise you that no one wants answers more than we do, and we are not going to stop until we find them. I'm going to turn it over to Sheriff Ronnie Lawson.
It's heartbreaking to me and my officers and the entire community. We've never stopped looking for Summer. It's been the goal of this team since day one to find Summer. We've never stopped, we've never slowed down. We deal with it every day. And that's the whole purpose. This to let you all know, despite what you hear, what you see, we haven't stopped. The men and women of these agencies have worked tireless, hours and hours and hours. And I commend every one of them for the job they've done. And we're going to continue till we find Summer.
John was on mother and grandmother knows where that baby is. And probably the father does too.
When welfare, they had to get involved because they had to start a case when someone gets abducted from your house. And
Pause enough. They have to get involved when someone gets abducted from your house. Now, don't get me wrong. They're going to peek their head in the door to see if everything's okay. They're going to dot the I's, cross the T's, but they're not taking children from the house, okay? No, they were already involved. Remember when Candace said that the boys were at home, they were cleaning because CPS was coming back on the 16th of June, 2021. Tim, Robin, Don, Candace, and some others have said CPS was at the house on June 14th. That is the day that Don fired Dudley. He said because he looked on YouTube as to how people that are on Met act. And he said he wasn't familiar with the drug and realized that that's what Dudley was doing. And it just offended Don, offended him to no end. I mean, you can just see how moral, spiritual, salt of the earth dude he is. Correct? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So he fires Dudley that day on the 14th. The 15th, lazy ass Candace, who doesn't do much of anything. I mean, doesn't do much of anything. Decides to give a shit about her mother, takes her to the ER. It was not a doctor's appointment like she told everyone. It was the ER. And spent a lot of time throughout the day. Did she want to be gone all day? Because she didn't want to clean and she wanted to clean some things up before CPS got there? So she's going to let the boys do it? I don't know. And there's really nobody around Dawn that's a straight arrow. Okay? No one. Sorry, I had a cough. They might have looked into Dawn and Candace, but they did not take the boys because Summer was abducted. Joe Biden didn't do it. The Mexicans didn't do it. No.
So I was relieved, actually, when they took our boys out of our house. If it continues to stay dangerous, the welfare ain't going to want them there. And you can't, I don't want them there. Nobody would in their right mind.
Well, that's why I drove down to the bottom, because I didn't even go to the house. I went straight by that shed on the bottom.
Yeah, is that the one where off the bottom of your property to the
Yes. Okay. I got that little dirt road. I went past that. I went straight down that hill, straight to the creek, and that's when I seen my boys. And then I seen my neighbor Don walking to the left side. The boys were on the other side of the hill. And I knew, like I say, I knew my heart just sank right there. I just knew she was gone.
And what brought you to that place first and not to the house?
Well, I figured they was looking all over the house, and I was thinking, well, they probably ain't been out buying property yet or anything, so that's what made me drive down there first.
Okay.
Harris says she spent the entire day with her daughter and granddaughter. She says it started with a trip to the emergency room to have her knee checked out.
They prescribed me medication to take to get the swelling down out of my knee and around my knee because it was inflamed. And then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was. Candace and I got up that morning. She came out and took me into the ER because my leg was messing up on me.
Took me to the ER because my leg was messing up on me. But according to her, Candace woke her up and said, "Oh, Mother, I must take you. I must take you for medical care, Mother. I must take you." I know you've told everyone. I know you've told everyone that on our way to Gatlinburg that the boys were beating you with sticks in the knee. But now, Mother, we must have your plastic knee checked out. Mother, we must go. We must go. Even though I normally sleep until 1 in the afternoon and let the kids fend to themselves, I must be up at 6:30 in the morning to check on you, dear Mother. I must go. I must take you. That didn't happen. No. No.
And we were afraid something was wrong with my knee. I have a knee replacement. And she was worried that there was something wrong with it. And she took me into the hospital. And I ended up getting a shot for it to get rid of the pain. And
it's not fair.
That little girl is buried on their property. I swear to God.
I'm telling you guys, we're all on the same page.
Why won't they let any authorities on that property to search? Don't they all?
And these three right here, I don't know where they're getting their information. Why don't they let the authorities up there to search? No, they have been all over that property. They've been all over that property. They're just believing what they hear on the internet, okay? But what's very concerning to me is when Grandbun, who I'm telling you is not involved, okay? Not involved, said this was before Summer died. Real Rockin' Robin said, knee replacement, any surgeon will tell you you cannot hurt that knee. My mother-in-law, may she rest in peace, she had a replaced knee. She could bump it. She could do anything with it. There was absolutely no feeling there. None. I mean, I never tried to beat her in the knee, but she made it clear. And Candace, didn't she have something, correct me if I'm wrong, like she got hurt at the Family Dollar when she was working there in Wisconsin, and that's where she met that other chick that started the GoFundMe?
If it was my kid, I'd be like, have at it, people.
Now they own
no one
like
showed up
40
that day.
acres of land.
So I went to work. I was here with
11.
kids.
Sherry doesn't know. They don't have 40 acres. They have 11. And that's plenty of land.
0.2.
Well, I think there's more than that.
Grandma was here with the kids.
One time she said that
I'm on my lunch break.
they owned over
And I
like
get
30
my phone's going blast.
acres of land.
Listed.
We were on a couple different
got people
parts where they
calling.
used to ride the boys used to ride
Hunter
the
just
dirt
sent me a
bikes.
snapshot of this. They're on their way.
And there's a
They're
lot
on
of
their
wood.
way.
There's a big
I
old
didn't even
garage
clock
on
out
there
from work.
now.
Bye.
What about that shed at the
And
bottom of their hill? What is
Call
that?
Grandma up. So listen, someone's going to get you and
At
Hunter.
the bottom of the hill. I never
in the
been in
car.
that one.
The beach hill right there.
But
Where,
if you go down the road a little bit,
That's
And I
gotta
said-
be nerve-wracking for you guys.
that's where they used to ride the dirt bikes, the
Like I
boys.
said, I'd sit
And
on the
there's a
porch.
garage there.
I
And
didn't
there
care
was
about
like
the housework.
I sit on the porch. An old
Nobody
vehicle
comes
in
near
there.
there.
There was this,
And so
Okay, Sherry doesn't seem to know anything about the shed. You know, remember, you're looking at 3 generations here. Allie has passed away. I know Hunter kind of alluded that he thought Candace could be a part of it. Look, I'm not getting into that until we hear something official. Okay, then you have Grandbun, who is Allie's grandmother. And then you have Sherry, who is Allie's mother. Corey Edwards said, we have 20 acres and a shallow creek. I know every inch because you're a responsible homeowner. Look at Don and Candace. They were given that home in 11 acres and did nothing with it. They sat around. They had extension cords plugged from one side of the house to the other, exposed wires. They don't seem to understand responsible pet ownership. I mean, they'll name a dog, they'll name a cat, but they're not going to take care of it. How many of you, and there's 331 people in here. I don't think I even have to ask. Believe that having a pet is a huge responsibility. Huge. They had like a whole new flock of dogs on their property. And the mama dog, Candace, went into the woods, even though she couldn't go into the woods to find Summer. She went into the woods to try to find this mama dog. And so the mama dog wouldn't get pregnant again. And they chained her to the tree so she wouldn't get pregnant. Oh, that's a way. Yeah. So she can't fight back? No. Then she goes on another channel trying to give away puppies. No. And I think we can all understand. Okay, let's put it this way. If a brother and sister, which is gross, have a child together, again, gross, odds are that child's going to have something seriously wrong with it. But they have these dogs and cats up there breeding each other that are from the same litter. Really? Spay, neuter. Spay, neuter. Spay, neuter. But according to Candace, people just keep dumping all these dogs on her. Christine Alaska, Madam Secretary, she said, does Candace know where babies come from? She said she didn't know where her kids came from. Now, come on. Dawn wasn't poking it in her ear. All right? No. She understands.
And the kids would wander off and go play in the water in the creek.
First one went to the Kingsport City Police Department.
They prescribed me medication to take to get the swelling down out of my knee and around my knee because it was inflamed. And then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was. And then we come back and I went in my camper, and after we brought my groceries in for me, and the boys helped with that, and of course Summer. And
Patty Ponytails, she said, are you serious? She didn't know where babies come from? No, she didn't say she doesn't know where they come from. What I heard her say was, I don't know how I got all these kids. Well, I joked at one time too, because I had 3 back to back. I said, well, shoot, I don't know. Maybe my husband just sneezed on me. I don't know. Okay. But for her, 2 taken from the state of Wisconsin, that right there should be an automatic tubal ligation. 1 taken in Arkansas, according to her, I was not there. Again, we have a problem. Summer is missing, and 3 taken by the state of Tennessee. She knows where things are put on our body. Okay? She knows. She just does not take care of anything. Anything or anyone.
I laid down, went to sleep, and I got up and I was sitting in my doorway. And we come out, and Candace asked me what I was doing. I said, well, we got to transplant these little cactuses into bigger pots. And we did that, and then Summer come in and had a piece of peppermint, which is her favorite. And
I'm telling y'all, that piece of peppermint was free at the Sonic. Every time I go to Sonic to get my cherry limeade, to get my tater tots with cheese on them, I always get a peppermint, which is a good service because nobody wants to walk around with stinky pits, stinky breath, or stinky anything. But she came in to get a piece of peppermint. I'm telling you, it's from the Sonic. You cannot tell me that Grandis just had loads of peppermint around that tin can. Here it is again. Does that look like a place a child runs to saying, Grandma, can you get me a peppermint? You know how much I love peppermint, Grandma. That's my favorite. Come on, Granny. You must have a peppermint. No. Summer probably ran from her. Poor little Summer. So what about the other children? Okay? They never mention all the treats and all that stuff that the other children get. It's all summer, summer, summer. Summer. All eyes on Summer. Everybody was watching Summer the day of June 15th. Everyone was on high alert, from Jody Sue with the tree trimmers to Fred and Laura with what they had going on down the road. Don said every time he pulled up into the driveway, he always had all this candy just for Summer because she just loved it. He never mentioned peppermint. Look at this. Cat OG, Chat Boss, said, hey, Brooks, my mama said, sure, spend your inheritance. Help Brooks with her lip liner fund. Justice for Summer. Cat, I'm going to whip you. Would you get some birthday money? I'm going to get you, girl. I'm going to get you. That is hilarious. And if you know, you know. So why is everything about Summer? No offense to Summer, but there's 3 other children in the house. It's not the boys are running around. The boys wanted to get on their dirt bikes. Candace, who said that the 3 boys were home cleaning up for CPS to come on the 16th. And yes, she did say it. I don't care what Lisa K. Ruitt says. She did say it. Wouldn't she come home and say, okay, is the house clean? No. They've got to unload the groceries, plant the succulents, guide Summer into the house very carefully. I mean, almost tiptoe style. Like Candace is a ballerina taking her in. 2 minutes later, ask the boys, where's Summer? She went down into the basement to play with her toys. And then she was just gone. She was just gone. That's their story.
Then she went in. She said, Mama, I want to go play with the boys. Candy walked her back to the house. And
somebody actually stole our little girl. No, we don't know. Well, we know someone took her because we know. There's no other explanation. Well, we know someone took her, but we can't get that through Mr. McDonough's head or anybody else's. He wants to try to say he's trying to say that, you know, all that nasty crap I don't even want to repeat. Right. I don't even want to repeat the thought of that is just freaking ridiculous and sick. It's sick. Right. I love my daughter with all my heart, man. I wouldn't. But McDonough is spreading lies like that and trying to make it look like I'm that person, but, you know, and then getting Jeannie to believe that and getting.
She asked the boys to keep an eye on her, and that's the last time I seen her.
Tell me, when you first realized that Summer was missing, what was going through your mind, and what was it like here?
To be blunt, it was hell. I mean, and I apologize, I'm blunt.
I apologize, I'm dumb. Anyone hear anything in the background? Listen carefully. Not my big mouth. But does anyone hear anything in the background? Not of my video. That's my ceiling fan going. You hear dogs. Dogs. But according to all of them, the dogs were on vacation the day Summer disappeared. It's dogs. Listen again.
But, and then getting Jeannie to believe that and getting.
She asked the boys to keep an eye on her, and that's the last time I seen her.
Tell me, when you first realized that Summer was missing, what was going through your mind, and what was it like here?
To be blunt, it was hell. I mean, and I apologize, I'm blunt. As everybody knows, I have a missing daughter. She's been gone for 12 years. And all I could say is, oh God, not again. And I couldn't do nothing but cry. And we yelled for her, and we yelled for her, and yelled for her. And we could not find her. Candy was in hysterics.
You're going to pay for what you did to not only your kids, but ours as well.
Yeah,
with her boyfriend.
With your boy?
Ex-boyfriend.
Jose. Oh, Jose was your ex-boyfriend.
Well,
we've heard about that guy's name.
Yeah,
Jose was
supposed to be my boyfriend.
I did not know.
See, he came up with Hunter's father, so they were all going to stay up to Candace's.
And me and him, we started clicking and
so what?
Together. Wait a minute, and they got
And
together.
we got together, so Candace was drunk and jealous and started being all over him, and I'm like, you know what?
No, you and her had an argument.
Yes.
Yeah. You come home, and His Royal Highness stayed up there with your kids.
Yes.
And
We
we
wanna
went
bring
to
the kids
the
back.
sheriff.
Yeah, I had to call the sheriff's department to go up and get my kids because that morning she threatened to blow my head off.
Oh, Candace did?
Yeah.
She threatened to blow your head off?
Because I told her mother came in because she had to bring me to work. Candace and her mom got in an argument over Jose.
They did. Both. Allie is saying it. Jose talked about it. Both Grandis and Candace wanted a piece of that meat pie. They both wanted to get on Jose. Okay? They did. But he wanted a piece of Allie's meat pie. They were all playing tug a pogo stick. All right?
Because Candace's mother wanted Jose too.
Because Candace's mom wanted Jose. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
there was not.
And he politely told her where to go.
And we never did find her. She called 911 and she called Donnie, and we sent the boys down over the hill, and I stood in front of over by the edge there and watched them, and was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them. And there was no sign of her.
Do you believe that someone took Summer, or do you believe that she wandered off? What do you believe happened?
I believe somebody took her.
Just like that. Just like that. I believe somebody took her. Did you witness something, Grandis? I believe somebody took her. The dogs didn't alert to anything. You didn't hear a car. The tree trimmers were gone. You knew where she was, correct? That's what Grandis said. That's what Candace said. We knew where she was. We knew that she was downstairs playing with her toys. But it's instant. Somebody took her. Okay? We're not talking about an open area like a public swimming pool or a carnival where kids get away from you, or the zoo, or playing in a neighborhood. This is remote. I can't even say in the middle of nowhere. Where they are, to a lot of people that live in that area, it's considered nowhere. It's hard to find. Why was Summer targeted? Candace said everything was locked, no one in, no one out. Yet Summer Wells is gone. You have two people in a family that just disappeared. Disappeared, gone, done, over. Now, Christopher Larson, who is Rose Bly's ex-husband, said this, I'd say a couple of years ago, about his former mother-in-law, who is Candace. Christopher Larson, who was at one time married to Rose Bly, he divorced her after she disappeared. Why? I don't know. He said, I would agree, but she likes to be controlling and manipulate people. He's talking about Candace. Let that sink in. He may not miss Rose Bly. Okay? He may not miss her. But his children certainly do. And his children certainly deserve answers.
I know people say it doesn't happen, but it does happen. It happens in small towns. It happens in big towns. It happens in the country. And I believe somebody took it.
I got a phone call and was told that they was out here. Yeah, they had a plane flying all day and drone flying all day, and the leaves are off the tree so they can see a lot better, and hopefully we can find some clues as to what happened to Summer. I know they left all their equipment up there, their cell tower and all that, and TBI trailer. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, TBI and Sheriff's Department, for all you're doing, and thank you everyone for your prayers, love, and support. No, I haven't heard anything yet.
Wow. Wow. What do you all think? And you're exactly right, two Boston moms. We can't forget about Candace's other two children from Wisconsin that came out and spoke after Summer went missing. Her daughter, Candace III, and I'm saying Candace III, not that that's what she goes by, but just to give context as to the age between Candace Harrer, Candace Bly Wells, and then Candace, her daughter. She had a lot to say. She got her own records after she aged out, and she realized what happened to her. She was too young to remember, and she had a horrible time in foster care. Horrible. Give Summer the truth. Give Summer respect, because it seems to me that she wasn't respected in her life. Well, you all, that's all I've got for today. but I will be back tomorrow. I certainly will. Don't even think I won't, because we're going to be talking about Brandon Shirtliff, one of the suspects in the abduction of Michael Vaughn. You guys are the absolute best. Put a 1 in chat if you're going to be here tomorrow, because I'm making snacks for everyone. I need to know how many to prepare. I just need to know. You know, I can't make refreshments if I don't know who's going to be here. Look at that. Britt, Still Waters. Walking Dead just said, I love you all. She'll probably be new tomorrow. Chrissy, TD Dean. Look at this. Christine Alaska. I'll take that as a 1. Wanda Green. Ivy's mom. Sammy said, I'll try. That's it. That's all we can do is try in this life. Carly, 1. Bonafide 1. Okay. Joanne said Q. Okay, that's close to the 1. I'll take that as a 1. Well, you guys are the absolute best. Today's a good day to share Summer's flyer and just remind people publicly that she is still missing. Well, you all have a great rest of your day, and thanks a million for being here. Thanks for being amazing friends, being the best chat on YouTube, because you all pull it out, man. You guys pull it out every day. And best community on YouTube.